Hi, my name is Naomi Simmons, and I'm presenting my Mastery Journey Timeline for Full Sail University's Media Design MFA program. This presentation is the final project for the Personal Development and Leadership course instructed by the lovely Dr. Tawana Wade. My long term career goal is to be a user experience design consultant or freelancer because I really love to have the flexibility of owning my own business. However, short term, I would like to gain experience as an employee. First, let's discuss what user experience design is, or UXD. In 2020, Voil defined it as design that considers a person's perceptions and responses resulting from the use or anticipated use of a product, system, or service. Basically, UXD is a career that guides design plans based on the usability or experience of the user. The UXD professional considers the targeted audience, their pain points, and ways to make their experience great, which also translates to more revenue for the company. All references used in this presentation will be listed on the last page. One example of user experience design would be the infamous Japanese toilets. So I lived in Japan from 2010 to 2012. I hate public restrooms, but hate airplane restrooms even more because they feel so claustrophobic. So when I landed at the international airport, I went through customs and went straight to the bathroom. I stayed in there for at least 30 minutes because I couldn't figure out how to flush the toilet. It was a single restroom, and when I walked out, a line of people were waiting. And it didn't help that I walked out of the restroom full of sweat from panicking when I was inside. It was so embarrassing. So I was happy to know that Japan's Restroom Industry Association conducted a survey that indicated 25% of tourists had the same problem as I had and thought that Japanese style toilets were too complicated and they didn't know how to use it before the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo. So the Japanese Restroom Industry Association, after they did this survey, they took steps to improve and standardize their toilet designs moving forward. I laughed when I read this in Maioli's reference because it was something that I had experienced, but I'm happy they're taking a step in the right direction, excuse me. So that's an example of where UXD professionals are useful. Of course, there's space in every industry for us, including in design of websites and of apps. So let's get into my timeline. Please note that I tried to place the steps chronologically. However, many of them will occur simultaneously because some steps, like learning, are never ending. Still learning is where we'll begin. So I'm immersing myself in learning to fulfill my degree requirements, but also on my own. I got my MacBook as part of my lunchbox and downloaded over 10 apps the same day. My method has been to search job announcements to see which technologies were standards, then find YouTube videos and go through the technologies while watching the videos. I'm discovering tutorials on O'Reilly Learning as well as LinkedIn Learning, but these YouTube videos are something that I do every day. I also find videos for adjacent subjects that interest me, such as AI, coding, animations. In fact, animation helped me with a portion of this presentation, which I was really excited about. This is my first time owning a Mac, so excuse me. This is my first time owning a Mac, so part of my learning is also learning new shortcut keys for all of the apps that I'm using. In my mind, I have 10 months to be more marketable in my desired goal, in my desired career. As for YouTube, I also watch tutorials that critique and go over design portfolios, which takes me to my next step. Almost every UXD job announcement that I looked over required a design portfolio. And I understand that the Media Design MFA helps me build a portfolio, but I also understand that several people are starting and graduating from this same MFA course every month, as well as people who are already working in this career field and people who will be graduating from other universities around the same time. So I'm always keeping in mind and working on my portfolio, even now, to make myself more marketable and set myself out for my peers. In addition to my portfolio, I'm looking to build my professional learning network. It's often about what you know and who you know. So I've started following new people and companies on LinkedIn and Facebook. I don't have Instagram yet, but I'm considering it as another networking opportunity. Networking is something that I'll also discuss more in detail and later in my presentation. Above everything, I've learned that employers value experience. So to fulfill this, I'm looking to complete a part-time internship during the last 6 months of my degree program. I've already started looking up internship requirements to align myself with those as well. Speaking. So, speaking is the step that makes me most nervous. I'm not comfortable with public speaking, but it's something that's required for both my long term and short term goals. UXDs often have to pitch their designs amongst team members, so I'm forcing myself to speak more, hence why I'm doing a presentation instead of an infographic. This is not the easy route, but it's the route that will help me the most long term. I'm also attending in person events that require me to speak to people to network. And the last step on my timeline is to graduate. I'm changing careers um, from massage therapy, part of not liking to speak massage, everyone was quiet. But I'm changing careers into media design and user experience design. So this degree will help me basically in every step of my timeline. It helps me with learning, it helped my portfolio, it helped with my networking, it helped me be eligible for the apprenticeship, and it also helps with my speaking. So I tend to do my best in every subject to be proud of my GPA and GPS scores. To go back to networking, these are some of the opportunities that I have joined or plan to join. I live in South Florida, and we're lucky enough to host the Black Men in Tech Thrive 2024 conference and the Adobe Max 2024 conference, both happening in October. Again, I'm trying to talk to people, learn from people, get an apprenticeship, etc. So I'm focusing on networking in person, but also online at Full Sail University. Here are the references and the quotes for the pictures. Sorry, here are the references for the quotes and the pictures that I used throughout my presentation. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you for watching and listening.